Hi there, comic book friends. I'm Travis.
And I'm Ethan.
And this is
Monster Comic Review.
That's right. We're coming to you from Pioneer Park. We've got the great Sacagawea fountain there in the background with the little coyotes there and stuff. And we're going to talk about comic books from the
second week of August.
Second week of August. And here we go.
Up we have Batgirl, issue 12. Redhead versus Redhead.
Yeah, you know, I was looking forward to this fight, and you know what? I'm happy to say it went exactly how I was hoping it would.
Yeah.
Pretty much, Batwoman owned her the entire time.
Yep.
You know, I love the whole, you know, oh, well, I know she's not that well.
She's not trained,
she's
so,
not
you
trained,
know.
so she starts throwing punches at her and gets basically...
Like, crap, yeah.
Yeah, she gets beat up pretty good.
That was great.
So yeah, that's pretty cool. So I like the mix. I like the fact that they brought her in. I like the fact that there's no crossover. We're not going to read Batwoman with dragging the story out. There's no reason to. You know, there's a reason for her to be there, so it's kind of cool to have her have a guest spot in it and stuff. I'm actually really enjoying the heck out of this comic. This one was really fun.
Yeah.
Really entertaining. This is what it should have been, you know, 6 to 8 issues ago, in my opinion, as far as stories and stuff. I'm really curious to see how this whole thing pans out with the crazy people, and of course we're left with a massive cliffhanger on this one.
Yeah, of course.
Then we have to wait 2 months.
Yes.
I mean, you know she's not dead at the end, but she's seriously messed up.
Injured?
Yeah. So I mean, so is Batwoman gonna save her
That'd be
there
awesome.
or whatever?
But yeah, I like that Batwoman was in this book because I like Batwoman.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that after, you know, I think it also made sense that when Batwoman comes crashing through the door and she kicks the weapon out of what's-her-face's hand. I'm like, why would you kick them in the face when you'd want to disarm them? I mean, obviously she could take out somebody to disarm, but
I don't know.
she obviously takes
Cook and KO. That takes care of the weapon too. But yes, you're right.
But I like that after after Batgirl and Batwoman fought it out, that they did pause and talk.
Right.
Because, I mean, you know, it always seems like, you know, whenever it's good guy versus good guy, they just beat the living crap out of each other. And I'm like, why would you do that? Obviously, if you know who each other are, you would probably know that you're fellow superheroines, even if you know,
but it depends on what your definition of the superhero is, because you gotta remember this has only been supposedly 5 years of there being superheroes. I mean, is Batgirl really a superhero or is she a vigilante?
Exactly.
Batwoman can at least say, I'm working for the government, so I have a right, I mean, I have a license basically to be...
Taking through windows.
Right.
Yeah.
So there is interesting. I wonder, part of it, you know, because it's written by Gail Simone, I wonder if it's also a female perspective on the superhero versus superhero fight. You know, if it was 2 guys, they would have to continue to beat on each other until they were both actually bloody pulps because they're macho men, and macho men have got to prove that they're stronger than whoever and whatnot. Whereas these two is like, you know what, this doesn't make sense to be
exactly.
busting each other up.
I'm glad they talked it out. Oh please, it's not like it was a 2-sided fight. It was pretty much just Batwoman jumping in and beating the crap out of Batgirl.
Batgirl being a good punching bag.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah. And what else was in this book? What's the other pivotal part? You remember?
No.
It's been a while since we read it. James Jameson Jr.
Yeah. He's working with. He's helping. And of course, in case we didn't know, in case we didn't already know
that he was bad news,
that he was evil, right? I mean, even before we see that, right? They tell Commissioner that his son has escaped from Arkham, right?
And he's like,
Jim is just like, oh crap!
You know?
I mean, it's like, you know, with anybody else, it's like the Joker, like, well, we need to catch that guy, or you know, this thug or this thug, right? But then it's him, and he's just like, ah!
Yeah.
So, you know, and of course, Barbara's roommate is dating him, so...
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see exactly how that will pan
talk about how
I'm curious if he walks away from this and we don't see him, or rather, Batgirl doesn't catch up to him, you know, and when she's fighting the villains, that he walks away and stays.
Oh, I was thinking maybe do that.
Yeah. Gonna be some cool stuff coming up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't have a clue what the next issue is gonna have in it.
Yeah.
I guess we're gonna get to see the miracle or something.
I guess, I don't know.
Anyway, what would you rate this book?
I'd give it a solid 4, I think, out of 5.
Definitely. It was a lot of fun. Okay, next we're gonna talk about Batman, issue number 12. What's it?
I really liked this issue of Batman. It was good. I liked the way it was written, and I liked the art until there was like that weird like last 5 pages quasi backup story. Even though it really wasn't a backup story.
Right.
And the cover is awesome. It's Batman standing on the power button with like lightning coming down.
Yeah, getting electricity.
So that was kind of cool. I like the art, like I just said.
Pretty cool.
It was good. I can't wait to see more of the girl that's in this book, Harper. Yeah, because she was interesting.
Yeah.
And I was amused at her response to Batman. You know, Batman's like, "Well, you're done," right? And she's just like, "No." That was great.
Not really.
I hope we see more of her.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's cool.
I thought this is a great issue. Becky Coolan doing artwork on it. She's the first female penciler to ever pencil Batman. Batman's been around since what, whatever it was. I mean,
forever.
So
like 1920s.
If we were to add this number,
1920s.
To the other number, you know, we're at 750 some issues, and there's never been a woman who's never penciled it.
Yeah.
About time. I mean, I don't know why it's always been a boys' club. That's cool. I like Becky Coolan's art style. It seemed a little different to me in this one. I haven't figured out exactly what it is. It seemed a little different in this than some of the other stuff. I'm really enjoying like her Conan and other things that she's been doing. I really like the story. Did you feel that the story was girl-centric? Like it was written for girls?
A little, but not really.
Yeah.
Not really. Not that much.
See, I didn't necessarily think it was either. I mean, obviously it's telling a story from a girl's perspective, and they did a good job of that, I thought.
I like knowing. I mean, obviously this is stuff. I like knowing that Batman was Bruce Wayne because she proceeds to talk about how stuck up.
Right.
Bruce.
Right. Oh, he's just one of the little.
Right. Yeah, exactly right. He's knocking down our building because it's his personal gain, not for the betterment of Gotham, right?
Right.
And Batman. Right. She's like, oh yeah, he's sapping energy from Wayne. He's holding up Gotham pretty much. That was also cool to see how Batman and Bruce Wayne really do coincide and do things for Gotham in more than one way.
Right.
And Batman also protects Gotham, not necessarily through just violence.
Right.
I mean, because
the fact he is propping up the...
Obviously, Batman and Bruce Wayne are the same sides of the coin. Right? Bruce is the one who makes Gotham a better place, and Batman's more like ridding out the weeds that would keep that place from being a better place.
Right.
But it was cool seeing that Batman helped keep stuff up too.
Yeah.
Not just Bruce Wayne.
Right. It's pretty cool. The whole maintaining the extra power grid and whatnot, that was kind of a cool...
I also love the fact that Harper has her super taser.
Yeah.
Like the really big, nasty.
Yeah. It's got a higher setting. I'm gonna fry you all. Yeah. I really enjoyed the book. You're right. The art is very jarring when it goes there.
I know. I don't have a problem with that artist.
No, we've read a lot of stuff. He did old Batman and Robins before the 52.
Yeah.
I think he actually did some of the artwork for Rebels along the way also.
Oh yeah.
I like the guy.
It
was like why were those last 5 pages that way?
Yeah.
And it didn't feel like a second story.
No. It felt like it was just continuing, right? Because I mean, otherwise it would be ending the comic with her getting almost hit by a boat.
Right. Other than it, the second half, those last 5 pages are told differently than the first 20 pages are.
Yeah.
In the fact that it's not 100% through Harper eyes. There is a bit of a shift, but yeah, that part was unfortunate and jarring. But yeah, I would like to see another. I mean, not that I want to get rid of Greg Capullo. I really like him on Batman.
No.
But I would like to see another issue with Becky doing the artwork where it's straight up Batman. So we can see her knocking out Batman all the way through.
That would be cool.
Yeah. Anyway, so what will we rate this book?
I think I'd actually give it a very, very strong 4. Not quite a 5 because there's that random art switch there towards the end. But yeah.
I give it a 4. It really gives us a lot. I hope we'll definitely get to see more Harper down the road. But yeah, it was a very enjoyable comic.
Yeah.
Okay, what's next?
Next up we have Batman and Robin, issue 12.
Where we finish
Terminus.
off Terminus, the big battle, and all the crazy people that are...
Do we ever even find out why Terminus is trying to kill Batman?
I don't remember why he's a victim of Batman. I don't remember him.
I know everybody else. Right. The one guy to acid and chemicals and whatnot. Right. The guy who threw the batarang. The guy who got kicked in the face.
Yeah. I'm not sure on that. I did enjoy this story. I was really hoping for the payoff where they would basically all the old Robins would pants Damian, but at the same time,
I like the way it ended.
I am happy with the way it ended. That Dick's like, look, just take my baton, go. You're already wearing the uniform.
Exactly, right?
You're already wearing.
Obviously it's been proved because he already has it.
Right.
And with Batman, that wouldn't happen otherwise.
I liked that. I liked Dick doing that. It felt like the old Dick Batman / Damian Robin team.
That was, yeah.
It felt like they've already had some history, and so he's saying, hey, we've already, this has already been proven and whatnot. That, for me, that was the best part of the story. The rest of it was fun and all. I don't know, him flying up and catching the rocket and twisting it out of the way. Felt awful Superman-ish, but...
The Batman super suit,
yeah,
to some degree.
It's taking the fun.
At one point.
Well, see, for me, the super suits make sense. You have all this other freaking technology. Why wouldn't you have these armored suits sitting around? You can do this extra powerful stuff with. But at the same time, it also takes some of the charm out of Batman.
Yeah, but what I was gonna say is at one point, he and Terminus is fighting, right? And Batman yells, "Come at me!"
Yeah, bring it.
Or bring it. He says, "Bring it," right? And if he was doing that so Terminus wouldn't chase somebody or whatever, right? Or he wouldn't do something or some strategical move, fine, right? But there was nothing there. I mean, it's not like Terminus went to punch him and then Batman blocked it and pulled his robotic arm off or something. I mean, what happened is Terminus runs forward and punches Batman in the face. I just don't really think that's a very Batmanly thing to do, to yell, "Bring it."
I don't know. At the same time, you wanted to make sure Terminus stayed on him.
Yeah, but Terminus was still on him. That's Terminus' goal, is to kill Batman.
Okay, you're right. You're right. There was no reason for him to yell, "Bring it." Other than this is a younger, more brash Batman.
Ugh.
Excuses, right? I hear you. Yeah, that was kind of a silly line. But as a whole, I still really enjoyed the book. There are some parts in these books that are real gems. I still think issue 1 was probably my favorite issue so far of the Batman and Robin. I give this a very solid 3.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'd give it a 3 too.
Okay, next we're going to talk about Demon Knights.
Not so great comic.
Demon Knights number 12. Just the magic of Morgan Le Fay.
Okay. So they go into Morgan's big magic obelisk-y thingamajig, right?
Which is throwing out all the magic that's screwing everybody up. So they get inside the place. And then they find out that
the fact that she has all of Camelot stuck in there, or at least a replica of Camelot stuck in there to that mazy version, that was pretty cool. Etrigon's really obvious line that went along with it, not so cool. I was just kind of I mean, and then what's his face? The smart guy? I don't remember what he is. What his name is.
The guy from the Middle East somewhere, right?
Got his white robe, right?
Yeah.
All technology and whatnot.
I can't remember.
And he proceeds to make another obvious statement after Etrigon's obvious statement. Oh, it's bigger on the inside than it is on the out. No, I hadn't noticed that.
Yeah. I'm really surprised at this book as a whole, how it's kind of, where it feels to me like it's deteriorated. The first 4 issues or whatnot were really fun.
Yeah.
They were a good laugh. There was witty lines. Now the dialogue has just gotten kind of clunky, as you're talking about, kind of dumb, kind of overstating the obvious and whatnot. And it's still the same writer writing it. I don't know what's going on. I think that Horsewoman had a few more lines in this one.
She had 2.
Yeah.
She had like 2.
2 throwaway lines.
That was insane.
2 throwaway lines instead of 1.
Insane. I'm surprised the universe didn't break.
Right, but still completely worthless.
Yeah.
As a whole, I'm not enjoying the book at all.
No.
It's not bad like Green Arrow bad. That's so sad that Green Arrow's become our litmus test for what's bad.
Yeah.
At any rate, it's not bad like that, but it certainly wasn't good. And I can spend my comic book money someplace else.
On better things, yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with you there.
Yeah. The art was okay.
Yep.
But it's not enough to hold it, you know. The whole just the general kind of weakness of the whole thing.
Yeah, okay, I just give it like a 2.
Yep, I give it 2 too. Let's move on to something more fun.
Awesome. So,
what's next?
Next up we have something that was much better, I thought. Frankenstein, Agent of Shade.
Secret behind Satan's ring. Oh, I love this comic. This comic's getting better with every issue.
I told you.
Yeah.
At the very beginning.
Yeah,
I said I like it, and then it started to get better, and I told you.
Yeah. But I love this storyline and whatnot, where he's just hacking away at the Leviathan thing.
I know, right?
Everything's going crazy. And
I love the way it's told.
Yeah.
That was great.
It's kind of told with this has happened, and then this happened. You know, they're giving a...
I love how all the time just like, what the heck is going on? The scientists were like, you know, the Albert Einstein wannabe hair. Yeah. It's just kind of like, well...
He's telling him the next piece of bad news, the next piece of bad news. Well, Frank's got an army now. Frank's been hallucinating this whole time.
Yeah. Frank's killed the Leviathan, right. So Satan's ring actually tells the future, right? And as soon as he said, oh yeah, you know, the Satan's ring keeps telling me that you're gonna kill me. So, you know, I have to kill you first. I'm like, how is that?
Yeah.
Let's just bring the monster that you're going to kill to you.
Right.
What? Why would you do that?
You didn't think that thing all the way through.
I know, right? I mean, that's the way it always is. It's always brought on upon by yourself, right? Like, I mean, what's that one story with the guy kills his dad and then marries his mother and his dad's son goes out? Oedipus, right? You know, his dad says, well, to make sure my son doesn't kill me and doesn't marry my wife, let's send him out into the middle of nowhere, right? Okay? And so then they're traveling through that same stretch in the middle of nowhere, and they come across a young man. You thought that through.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so it was definitely, I definitely really got a kick out. I love the artwork. I think it's interesting that they've made it to where Nina doesn't have to have her helmet anymore.
Yeah.
I kind of don't like that. I like her having to wear the helmet.
I like her having the helmet.
I kind of like her having to wear the helmet because it made her... Even if they continue to kind of flirt with a potential relationship between Frankenstein and her, that's just another barrier that was in between them, and now that barrier is gone. I don't know. I kind of like the pained monster, and anything that's going to remove some of that, maybe make it less fun.
So, is Frankenstein more human now?
Why?
Well,
Why do you ask that?
He got tons of his old creepy skin from different horrible people burned away. And then he got lots of other organic material.
donated people. I don't know, all those old shade agents. You're telling me,
oh no!
I mean, they're there for a reason because they can't be let back out into society.
Because either they're crazy or they're retired.
Right. So I don't know. I wouldn't say that he's. But that was cool though. I love that. We're like, well, where'd they get the organic mask from? You see one guy with the bandaged hand. Then the camera pulls back and you see
he had a donor. A lot of donors.
Everybody donated a little bit of flesh off of one of their arms. Yeah, cool. So now he's got that big old army. I'm excited to see what happens next. I think the new writer on it is absolutely fabulous. I think he's really got a lot of energy that Jeff Lemire didn't have. I don't think Jeff Lemire was writing an interesting story, but it didn't have an energy to it that this does. What will we rate this one?
Although, before we rate it, what happened to the vampire and the,
They're still in the other reality.
Oh, okay.
Right? Because they went to Velcro and then went to that other reality. With the traitor who's not a traitor anymore.
Yeah. That was awesome too. Her little trying to set him on fire. Right?
Yeah.
Her
little bad piece of poetry.
Reinforced spell. That was
You should
great.
practice your rhyming.
Yeah.
If it didn't work, it's like smoldering a little bit. Like, okay.
That was pretty awesome.
Yeah. What would we rate it?
I give it 4, I think.
Yes. I do 4 also. But we're really generous today, aren't we?
Yes, yes, we are.
Okay, last but not least, we're going to talk about Resurrection Man number 12.
No, why did they do that? Right, okay, so,
Well, we know the book's getting canceled.
right?
So you gotta finish off your story somehow.
Still! Ah! Right, so, you know, it starts out with they've captured Mr. Shelley because the transhuman, or the intranshuman. I don't remember what he is. Is he the intranshuman or the transhuman?
Transhuman, isn't he?
Okay,
I don't
yeah.
remember what
Yeah, he's the transhuman.
the old guy who's not an old guy who has a super suit.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Betrays Shelley, right? So they have him inside like a little virtual reality to see
Oh, they've got Shelley in virtual reality and they're killing him
repeatedly.
over and over again. And what a
try
cool way to kill him.
Yeah.
Aquaman running him through with the trident.
Yeah,
Darkseid hitting him with the Omega beams.
Right. But so they're just over and over and over
Wonder
again. So
Woman
they can
busting
find
it in
out.
half.
So they can find out the Tektites. That why? Because the Tektites.
Tektites are what's making his powers work where they are. Everybody else has got Tektites in them too, we find out.
The body doubles, they super regenerate, right?
Obviously it works differently with everybody, but for some reason with Shelley, they're uber.
Yeah, for some reason they give him powers, and he's pretty much immortal.
Yeah.
Right? So it's interesting how they've combined, like...
Can't be immortal if you die though, right? And he does die, and he's technically dead.
Okay,
He's dead because, come on, heaven and hell are fighting over him when he's dead. So he's dead at some point.
Yes.
So I don't know if you can call him immortal. Anyway, whatever.
Okay.
The other guy,
So
the boss, is immortal.
Yeah, but he doesn't heal. That was interesting. He can't die, but he can't heal. So Shelley lavas him to death, which is pretty great. But I think it's interesting. I was just gonna say how they've combined, like, you know, the mythos of like heaven and hell fighting over him with technology.
Yeah.
Right, because usually those things don't mix well. So the way they're mixing it now is
Oh yeah, yeah. The story just keeps getting better.
Yes. So then, wait a minute. So then, right, transhuman has a change of heart because he didn't agree to them torturing him and killing him over and over, right? So he builds himself another super suit, right? Frees what's her face, and then frees Shelley.
Right.
So they're escaping, and the transhuman's like, oh, come on, we can get out of here. I know how the entire way. They get his head blown off.
Headshot, boom, his head explodes. It's like,
it's gone.
You don't see somebody shoot him, it's just like all of a sudden his head goes poosh.
Yeah, there's a little collar of blood right here.
Right.
And it's just like,
what the hell? Like, what the hell? And this shows the big power suit.
And then there's a gigantic power suit right there, right? They're talking about the irony of,
being killed by
his own technology,
right?
And they're like, and he's like, yeah, this goes all quietly and well. I'll even forget that I had to come down here to do it. And I was just like, oh no, because they talked about, well, some degree I kind of knew it was Shelley because they talked about how at one point, how he's on the upper levels and how he hates to be bothered. And whatnot,
well, I just figured he was some new big boss. I wasn't sure if it was going to be Bones, Mr. Bones was going to show up or what. I have no idea.
I don't think Mr. Bones would kill Transhuman though. I think.
So we spoil the comic by letting you know at the very end of it. He pops open his thing to talk to the boss, right? And he's got Shelley basically. Shelley's screwed. Pops it open and
Shelley has Shelley apparently.
Shelley has Shelley.
Yeah.
So we've got one issue. Issue 0 is supposed to sum this thing up for us in some sense.
Yeah.
Supposed to give us some sort of an origin at least. I'm assuming this character hopefully escapes somewhere and we'll see him mixed in with somebody else down the road.
Yeah. And I think it'd be cool if, like, once they figure out who he was, I think it'd be cool if they joined Stormwatch. Wouldn't that be fun? Because,
well, either have him in, Stormwatch would be awesome because he can just run into all the crazy crap, die, get back up again, and have him our power and go on his way. Or even though he's technology based as opposed to magic based, throwing him in Justice League Dark would be interesting too. Yeah. I mean, he's got that kind of the book has that kind of a feel to it, I think. So that would be potentially another interesting place to run. But I just hope that we just don't ever see the guy again.
Yeah, that sucks.
Because he's a very interesting character.
He is.
I love the cover of this issue. It's done by Francisco Francavilla, so of course it's awesome as far as that goes. Man, this was a great issue. This was an exciting issue and whatnot. Like I said, totally caught me off guard when they vaporized, when they blew off
Transhuman.
His head.
I was like, what?
Yeah. Like, wow. But yeah. Very exciting book. Like I said, bummer that next issue is the last issue.
Yeah.
It just didn't get enough people reading it, I guess. But I liked it. I liked the mystery of it.
It's obviously Suicide Squad's fault.
It was the final straw. No, they'd announced they were canceling before the Suicide Squad screwed it up. But at any rate, so what would we rate this book?
I'd give it a solid 5, I think.
5, really?
I like the art. I like the story. I didn't like what happened in the story, but that doesn't mean it wasn't. That doesn't mean it wasn't a good story and it wasn't written well, and I didn't enjoy it. So yeah, I think I give it a 5.
Yeah. I'm hard pressed to say why it shouldn't have a 5. So yeah, it was fun. It was a good week of comics.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So anyway,
sounds like Demonites.
Yeah, that's it. A quick note. We're thinking about, now that we've all discovered this Google Plus and using Hangouts and being able to load that over into YouTube, not next week's, because next week we've got like, I don't know, 20 comics to review, so
yeah.
I wouldn't want anybody to have to sit through a live. Me and Ethan are looking at doing a live review, so we're going to pick a time like some Saturday afternoon or something when maybe as many people as possible can show up if you want to. Obviously, no, not obligated. I won't call you all out in the next video if you don't show up.
Yeah. Let's have a shout out to all the jerks who didn't come watch this live stream.
You know, but you know, so we can review it, and if you got something to say about it and what we're reviewing, that's awesome too, because of course we review our comics at least 2 weeks, if not longer, after everybody else has already read them. So
yeah, that
gives people plenty of opportunity to have read them and share along if you want to, just as an experiment, as we're coming up on my Oddfellows channel of being a year, and I think the 11th, September 11th is when I made the channel. September 18th is when I did my first review.
We're gonna have a birthday party.
We'll have a party.
And some cake.
An anniversary, not birthday. It wasn't born.
Okay, fine.
We'll have an anniversary. Anyway, so that's that. Look forward to catching you next weekend when we'll have more reviews and check out all the other stuff I do in between the week. Okay, have a good one all.